How are you today?
Hello, Etty. Hello, Thomas. I'm
Nice to
good.
hear.
How are
Hi.
you?
Good morning. Nice to hear you.
Me too.
Thomas, is it morning yet? The sun has risen or not yet?
I don't see the sun rising, but the sky is getting brighter for sure.
Good. Good to hear you. How are
Yeah,
you doing these days?
you too. I'm I'm having some trouble adjusting to my new place.
Hmm.
There's a lot of mold and fumes, but I'm doing good today actually, so that's good.
Good, good. During this week, you asked me a question about kapot, so to speak, the feet, and you
Yeah,
came with a certain direction of thinking, and I tried to give like another perspective, and there are many, many more perspectives, and one of them, which I plan to share with us today, is uh, coming from the Menorah, the way the Menorah is structured, but not as an external object, but within ourselves. And I hope that today we could go to the secret of the Menorah. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Good afternoon, Charles. So, do we have an access to the concept board?
Yes.
I don't see the YouTube video.
You don't see it's there. It is there. It is working already. Maybe there's a delay. Almost 2 minutes we are
Oh,
on
yeah,
YouTube.
I got it.
You got it? Good. So let's now focus with the verses regarding the menorah and read them together, and then we could discuss slowly what does it mean. But we need a volunteer first in English, to read 3 verses from Exodus 25. Who would like to read in English?
I could read.
Thank you.
And thou shalt make a candlestick of pure gold. Of beaten work shall the candlestick be made, even its base and its shaft, its cups, its knops, and its flowers shall be of one piece with it. And there shall be 6 branches going out of the sides thereof, 3 branches of the candlestick out of the one side thereof, and 3 branches of the candlestick out of the other side thereof. 3 cups made like almond blossoms in one branch, a knot and a flower, and 3 cups made like almond blossoms on the other branch, a knot and a flower. So for the 6 branches going out of the candlestick.
Thank you so much, Jill. And good morning, Victoria. Victoria now is on YouTube. Good morning. Thank you so much. And Charles, can you read the Hebrew verses? Is it possible for you to read? Do you have an access?
Shalom, Eti.
Shalom, shalom. Good morning,
Shalom, everyone.
good afternoon, and
Good
good
afternoon.
morning. Good afternoon and good morning, Kevin. Yes, yes.
I didn't see the verse. Well, which chapter are you talking about?
Exodus 25, verses 31 to 33.
Just a moment. Exodus 25.
Exodus 25, yes.
Verses 31 to.
31, 32, and 33. 3 verses. Start with 31.
Okay. Exodus 25, verses 30,
1.
31.
Do you have it?
Yes, I have it. I'm just.
You try to find the right verse.
Yes. Vayome. No.
Yeah, it's 31. Do you have YouTube screen? I focus it on the Hebrew letters.
Yes.
Do you have a
Yes.
YouTube? So it's on YouTube. Can you look and read through YouTube? Will it be easier for you to find the verses because they are just focused
Yeah.
the screen?
Vayome Yaakov.
No,
Mikra.
no. We are in a different chapter. Exodus 25.
Yes, Exodus 25, verse 31.
It's about the menorah.
Okay. Exodus 25. Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry, just a moment. Sorry.
Yo, it's okay. Meanwhile, good morning, Kevin. And Thomas, can you ask the question that you asked on Slack until Charles will find the right verses?
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
please.
I'm going through our last few lessons to tell my friends some things about Adar and Adam, and I saw that you use the word kaput for feet and spoons,
Yes.
but when I went to translate it online, it came out as not.
Yes. Not with a T or with a B or with a P?
Oh yeah, not spelled like K-N-O, like a rope knot.
1 second. Let me 1 second.
Okay.
Again, how I would like to focus in your question at the moment. Let's see.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to write it. Let's move here right to the text. Yes, and please. So you noticed that I was writing, or we were using the word kapot.
Yeah.
Kapot. There's a sound.
Hey, Kevin.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Kevin.
It's Kevin.
Can you mute, please? Yeah.
Yes. Thanks. So, what did you notice when you saw the word kapot?
Well, I saw you wrote the word spoons and feet next to it, so I translated it to see which one it was, but then it came out as not.
Spoon.
Like K-N-O-T.
1 second. Feet. And what is the third one?
Spoons.
Feet. And K-N-O.
K-N-O-T. Which
Yes.
also, the word ketoret means not.
Yes.
I learned the other day.
Yes. Ketoret. This is to connect. Ketoret, to connect. Is to connect. Very good. Very well. So you noticed that those letters Kaf, Pei, Tav can refer to spoons, can refer to feet, like 2 feet, and to a knot, to a connection, like the ketoret. But in the text that we shall read now in Hebrew, I hope that Charles could read for us in Hebrew, we shall see that those letters are reflecting the word for a button or a knot, a knob, and has to do with a flower too. What is most important here, Thomas, is the value of the letters, because if you want to look at this is 20, this is 80, and this is 400. Together they make 500. It has to do with the relation to the tree of life, whether it is Ketoret, whether it's at both feet of the priest Kohanim crossing the Jordan, or whether it's the palms of the scales, when people like have judgment and we call it scales, or there is a sign. How do you the zodiac? How do you call this sign in the zodiac? Libra.
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 I think Libra is
Each
the
one
scale.
is 500 kapot hamuznaim, and then this is how we scale the letter Aleph, because each kaf, each spoon is 500. Yes, and together it's 1,000, Elef or Aleph. Elef, 1,000 or Aleph. So what I'm trying to say, and I'm sorry for the ink because it's not accurate, it's not thin enough, it can stream us to different directions of thinking, and this is only the beginning. Because from those letters, Thomas, we can also build the word kaftor. Kaftor is a button. Kaftor. Kaftor is a button. Like buttons when in a shirt. Yes, it connects to things. And we shall read this word regarding to the menorah. What is happening in the menorah? Why do we need to connect two things in the menorah? So I hope, Charles, it's a lot of things. It's like to open many windows and many doors at the same time. Maybe it's not convenient and it's hard to follow, but slowly we shall go into it. Charles, do you have the... Charles,
Yes, yes, I do.
yes. So thank you for being patient and slowly open. I also brought a quote from the Zohar. It's a very huge topic, the menorah, and the way the menorah is structured. It is huge topic in terms of secrecy. Not secrecy, but how the things are working inside of us. Very deep subtleties. So please, patience, because it's very delicate. Yes, Charles. Yes.
So it's from verse 31 to 36.
33.
30.
3. Only
33.
3. Only 3.
Okay. ועשית מנוחת זהב טהור מקשה, תעשה המנוחה ירחה, וקנה גבעיה, כפתוחיה ופרחיה ממנה יהיו. ושישה קנים יוצאים מצידיה, שלושה קני מנוחה מצידה האחד, ושלושה קני מנוחה מצידה השני, שלושה גביעים משוקדים בקנה האחד, כפתור ופרח, ושלושה גביעים משוקדים בקנה האחד, כפתור ופרח, כן לששת הקנים היוצאים מן המנוחה.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What is kaftor vaperach? Button and a flower. Or here the English says nop, or with a P. Please pay attention, because all of them, also in German, nop with a P, B or T, and a flower. Why it is so important? And why it is so important that after we read a knob and a flower, this is how you shall do to the 6 candlesticks. What is the relation between knob, flower, and the 6 branches? Let's look into it. Do you have questions so far? Does it seem odd to you? Does it seem weird to you that we are asking those questions? First of all, yes?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, it is a bit odd literarily to repeat it twice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if there's something, if there's word like that reflects in the words.
Yes, yes, but now since we are reading the words and it's hard to follow in Hebrew or in English or the concept because it's not about decoration, it's about how, in a way, the inner light connects to us. But slowly we shall go into this. Slowly, slowly. But before we shall go into this, I would like to look at this mosaic of the menorah. And can you describe how the body of the menorah and how does the menorah connect to the ground? What do you see in this mosaic? What do you see here? Do you see the cursor?
Yeah.
Yes. Jill? I'm sorry, we're not on the same. 1 second. Excuse me. Yes. How many legs the menorah has?
3.
3. Very good. 3.
Mhm.
When we look at the word regel, regel is a leg in English. Regel, leg, has the value of 233. Since we have here 3 legs, double 3, what does it give us? 699. To which number this is close? If we add to this number 1, what do we have?
700.
700. How does this number relate to the candlesticks of the menorah? How many candlesticks are there?
7.
7. Yes, excellent. So here the menorah has like 3 legs. Each one is 233. Please remember that 233 is the value of the tree of life. Tree of life. In Hebrew, tree of life, Etz HaChaim. Etz HaChaim has the value of 233. And it has 3 legs. Double 3 gives us 699 plus 1, the general, we are at 700. And there are seven candlesticks here. Each one we could say is 100. Did you hear about the 3 holidays which people go to the temple? Did you hear about it? 3 times per year people used to go and have this pilgrimage to see the temple?
Yes.
Yes. This pilgrimage called Aliyah Laregel, rising to the cause or rising to the tree of life, Laregel. Aliyah Laregel. In English we call it one word, pilgrimage, Aliyah Laregel, meaning ascending to the cause or ascending to the tree of life. And please pay attention, we have 3 holidays. 1 second, we have those 3 holidays. We have Passover. Passover, this is the first. Then we have, how shall I call it, the Pentecost or the 10 Commandments, Bikurim, first fruit, Bikurim. This is in June. This is in April. And the third is Sukkot. This is October. Excuse me. Each one is a regel. Regel is a leg. Each one is 233. It's a system. This is what I'm trying to tell you. The menorah does not stand for itself. It symbolizes very, very deep connections. So the fact that the menorah has 3 legs connected to the ground, and each leg is 233 double 3, you see how does it come out? And 3 always, how do you say, marks the spirit. It doesn't have 4 legs like a horse. 3 connects to the spirit. Questions so far? And you can ask any question, because this is a very hard topic, and if you wish to move and to ask any question from any other topic, or to share from any other realm, please feel free, because it's hard. I'm aware of the fact that it's hard, and it's even harder to find an entry of which we could communicate about it. So feel free to open the discussion.
I'm seeing the word kaftor. On its own, I think it gives us 700.
Excellent. Kaftor. Thomas, do you see? Kaftor. Kaftor has 3 letters of kapot, the spoons, plus resh, kaftor, and it has the value of 700. This is a knob. The value of a knob or connection depends of how it depends of how do we enter. Whether it's a button, a knob in a B, a knot in a T, or one of those 3 letters at the end, it's a connection. It's a connection, because in Hebrew this is kaftor. Kaftor, kafat. Kafat is to tight. O. We hide the aleph and we have O. What does it mean, button? In English we say button. Like there's in a shirt for a man, and here there are 4 holes, and then yes, and then there are stitches here. Yes, and this is, so to speak, a button, or sometimes it has like those stitches, depends. This is a button of a shirt. What does it mean, kaftor? Kaftor, that the light is connected. Like the button in a shirt connect 2 sides, the left and the right, let's say, in the same manner, the word kaftor, kafat, or the light, is being connected. In a way, the fact that we have in our mundane life a button, like of a shirt, in Hebrew kaftor, kaftor, like kaf, or it's a spoon of light. It's a connection. The button connect to things. If sometimes the button is falling off, we cannot tie up the shirt or the pants, and it's open. So the button in Hebrew connects things. Kafat or kaftor, put things together. In a way, the light connects. When the light comes to the vessel, this is kaftor, a button. When the light removes itself from the vessel, and we feel dark, darkness or shadow, this is flower. Again, we have the menorah. This consists of this couple, kaftor v'perach. Kaftor, 1 second. Kaftor v'perach. Perach is not just a flower in English, like a flower. It's also a verb, parach, to fly away, to fly away, to move away, to move away. So we have two situations. How the infinite light connects to us via kaftor, like you say ketoret, like he binds itself to us, connects to us. This is kaftor, button. I say button in English because I don't have any other term, or knob, or knot, or with a P, T and B, they change all the time. So when the light connects to us, it's a knob. When the light flies away from us, leaves us, this is a flower. Do we understand this perspective?
Yes.
When the light connects to us, it wants to give us grace. When the light, in a way, fly away from us, it means we want too much, like we want too much from a certain thing, and then the light flies away. So when the light is entering, kaftor, when the supernal light leaves us, and then we have a sense of shadow, of dissatisfaction, this is perach. This is a very, very subtle feeling. And the menorah, the way the menorah is described by the Hebrew letters, is not just an external description of some kind of candlestick. All of those situations which the Bible mentions, it's like little subtleties that are occurring between us and the infinite light. Is this clear, or it is too hard to conceive? Is it too much? Is it too much? Or oh, hello, we have here friends on YouTube. Thank you so much.
I think I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, does this have to do with the almond blossom of Aaron?
We could, you mean the blossom of the almond? This is what you mean?
Oh, because that's like the flower, right? Like his
The almond.
his blossom
Yes.
into the almond.
Yes. Yes.
I thought that was a good thing, though.
Can you recall? Now this is an open question regarding to the text of that we're reading about the menorah. Can you recall? Everyone can recall a moment or two moments in his life when he feels like that he is illuminated or motivated for a moment or many long moments, and suddenly he feels like something is leaving him. Sometimes people describe it as how do you say, movement of sugar levels. There are all kinds of description to it. But if we're honest with ourselves, there is a moment that we feel empowered or motivated. This is kaftor. Kefet, or when the light, the infinite light, binds itself to us, illuminates us, because like Charles noticed Kaftor has the value of 700. So there's infinite light. Reach out to us, illuminates us in 700, Sheva Me'ot, 7 qubits of light. And then we are the infinite Menorah manifested on earth. And we have the ability to illuminate ourselves and others. Is that clear, or it's too much?
It's getting
30.
Yeah.
more and more clear for me. I'm sorry.
Yes, Jill. 1 second, Charles. Yes, Jill. I did not hear.
I said, as we talk about it, it gets more and more clear to me. There's a lot of things I still have questions about, but it's getting clear.
But please do ask, Jill. Ask anything if it sounds, whatever it sounds. Don't judge what comes to you. Just ask questions. Because
Okay.
with the question is a way. The question is the will of the car. It's the center of the universe, the question.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Charles.
I was saying still on the word kaftor,
Yes.
we put the tav, the vav, and the resh. We have tor as in a dove, Yonah, the spirit. I don't know.
Again, Charles. I want to move the board again. When?
The word tor,
Yes.
if
Yes.
the tav, vav, resh,
Yes.
then we can have like the spoon, spoon and Yonah, meaning the dove, tor,
Yes. Yes.
which
Kaf,
is the spirit.
spoon, and to is a turtle dove. To, yes. Dove. Very good. Very good. What happens if we take the word kaftor, not kaftor? You said it's 700. Is that right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
perach. Perach, how much perach is? 288?
288.
288. What happens when we put them together? Sorry.
You must have 988. 988.
Yes. And kaftor v'perach, the vav, plus 6. What do we have?
990.
This is 4. This is 9. This is 9. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Plus, if we continue to read the rest of the verse, kaftor v'perach plus the 6 sticks of light. The 6 sticks of light. What do we have?
994.
Plus 6. How much is it?
1,000.
1,000. What is 1,000, Charles?
Aleph.
Aleph. Aleph, the letter Aleph, and yes, the 1. So, it's not just bare mathematics. The fact that the light wants to communicate to us, to motivate us for a mission, and then the light leaves. And if we take the structure, yes, and we build it in this way, and we connect it to the 6 candlesticks, what do we get? A unity of 1. It's not just external description of the Menorah. This is how unity works
Sorry, why did you add the dove? The 288?
Charles, can you explain, please, to Thomas?
It's when you look at, from Hebrew, when you're reading Hebrew, when you look at the word kaftor, there is no, one of the ways is there's an O on the top of the T, but that O is representing the letter Vav. So I just decided to expand it to say kaftor, but that word to, tav, vav, and resh, it gives you the word which is dove. The dove which represents the spirit.
Oh, wow. Because I see that, like, the two 500s, like the scales.
Mm-hmm.
And so it has within itself that ability. And also I don't know if this will help you, Jill, but I was thinking that the button is like what Etty said, where it connects the left and the right side of the shirt, like the clothing or the scripture, and that comes to us.
Mm-hmm.
And then the flower is like a dandelion, or like when it loses its petals, they fly away on the wind.
Yes.
And there's like two different things going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you, Thomas.
Mm-hmm. Also, thank you, Charles. That makes a lot of sense.
Kevin, would you like to ask a question or to say something? Victoria is asking a question on YouTube, and how to glue the vessel back together. Yes. How to glue, how to ask the light to come again with good deeds, with grace. When there's too much wisdom, what does it mean, too much wisdom, too much light, too much more than our vessel can take? The light is fly away, like Thomas says, when the flower finish its blooming and the petals are moving in the wind. Yes. Good deeds and grace always cause the light to connect to the vessel. Grace, good deeds, belief. Yes. Too much action, too much like we withdraw too much cash. It's like this, when a person withdraw too much cash, too much light, the light disappears. Why? That we shall not use this pure light to destroy ourselves or maybe others, or make more mistakes, something that can break the system. So nothing that can break us or others will come to us as valuable. There is a system. This is how the system is built.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have one more question.
Yes.
So for the second leg, you wrote bikunim.
Which one, Thomas?
You're talking about the 3 legs, and for the second one, you said it was like Pentecost.
Yes.
Bikunim. I couldn't find the name online anywhere.
Bikurim. It is Matan Torah.
Bikurim.
Matan Torah is where the commandments were given, the 10 commandments. This is the Pentecost. They call it Pentecost, Bikurim, or Chag Matan Torah. Matan Torah, when the Torah was given, Matan Torah. This is Bikurim, or the first fruit, when people go to the temple, when the temple was built, and bring the first fruit. And testify.
Sorry, I thought that was an N.
Oh, what? The
In the
Bikurim?
Bikurim.
So, sorry, the R. 1 second. I'll
It's
repair
okay.
the R. I will repair it. 1 second. It's possible. Bikurim. Bikurim. Bikur is like Bechor. Bechor is the first born, and Bikurim is the first fruit. Bikurim. I try to make it better because the letters seem that they seem too close to be. Sorry. Bikurim. Bikurim.
Thank you.
Bikurim. Bikurim from Bechor, firstborn. Make it better with a vav, Bechor. 1 second. Bikurim from Bechor, firstborn. So we bring, because it is June and we have the first fruit, and we bring the first fruit to the temple. This is a correction of why. It's good that you ask about this. When we bring the first fruit to the temple, this kind of an action, what does it come to correct? Who can think of? Why do we bring the first fruit to the temple, to the priest, to the Kohen? Why? Why? This kind of holiday, does it come to correct? When Abel and Cain, what happened in the first story of the twins?
They brought fruits before Adonai. I mean,
Each
their
one,
gifts.
yes, each one, Abel and Cain, gave a gift. What did Abel give as a gift, and what Cain brought as a gift? Do you remember? Abel, what did he bring as an offering? Do you remember?
From the field.
Abel, he was a shepherd. What did he bring? What was his offering?
Sheep.
The first, yes, he brought the firstborn, yes, and the milk. This was the gift of Abel. And Cain, what did he bring? The rotten fruits. The rotten.
Oh,
And
the manifested.
to the manifested, to the end, yes, not to the potential, yes. And Abel, the potential offering, was accepted, but not the manifested. And in a way, in June, in Matan Torah, in Bikurim, in the Pentecost, this is a correction of Cain offering, because we bring the fruit of the land, but the first fruit, not the last, the rotten, what is left in the field and the birds are picking on. This is a correction of Cain's offering. Is it clear?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question about the flower.
Yes.
You said it also means to move away. Is that always necessarily a bad thing, or where is it moving away to? It's leaving the person and it's going.
The light, you mean when the light is moving away?
Hmm.
The light is just ascending to its source.
Okay.
Nothing bad is happening, but it just, it's like we lower the fire. When there's less motivation, we feel like suddenly we don't feel like very fiery entities. You feel like less motivated. I can give us the image of a coal, like a cold coal, you know, and dark or something like this. But yes, it is built in a way that we shall not destroy ourselves. It is a very wise system, a very wise system.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But here it is it's good that you ask this question, because there are many ways. This is one aspect to look at it. There are many aspects. This is one idea which I introduce us today from Bala Sulam, from the book of Zohar. But there is another way to look at it, and I would like to share this way with you. Kaftor v'perach. Look at the abbreviation of Kaftor v'perach. Kaftor. This is the button. Kaftor. Basically, it's without a vav. Let's do it like they do it in the Bible. Kaftor v'perach, in a flower, a button and a flower. Usually it's a very beautiful thing. Sometimes I just want to introduce in front of us many more perspectives. This is only one perspective which I introduced. There is like a chest, how do you say, a chest of drawers, like something like this, and there is like a handle, and the handle, it is like a button like something which is bold, and also there is a flower on it. And then we can open the chest because it's like a handle, because there is something bold. Make it here big. Yes, let's think it's a drawer. Yes, and there's a two handles like little bowls, but it's very little. But if we make around it a flower, let's say petals, we can have a better grip on it, and then we can pull the drawer out. This is another perspective of a button and a flower, or a knob and a flower. Imagine there's a kitchen drawer. Sometimes they have the handles like lines like this. Yes, there is a drawer, and there's like a handle like this. You just pull the line and you pull the drawer. But there is also a button or a handle which has the shape of a flower. There's something bold, there's a bowl, and around the bowl there's a petals, and then we can withdraw the drawer from the chest and open it. This is another perspective. Another perspective is to take the abbreviation, the first letter of Kaftor. Kaftor is the button or a knob, and a flower, the Vav, because it stands at the beginning. So Kaf and Vav, this is what? Kaftor v'perach, this is 26. Kaf is 20, Vav is 6. Together this is 26. This is expression of the tetragrammaton. The tetragrammaton is 26. So this is another perspective. When the teacher, there's a beautiful discussion in the Babylonian Talmud, when the teacher is happy from what the student has just said, he says kaftor v'perach, not and a flower. It's something that is inseparable. It is beautiful. Let's like to say the tetragrammaton in a hidden way. Kaftor v'perach. It is like we were saying the handle of the chest. It's something that goes together. It fits together. Does it make any sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like the process in itself. When it does go away, like you were saying, it um, goes back to its where it came from, back to the infinite light.
Yes, 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 yes. Nothing is
It's like
lost.
the
Yes.
I was gonna say it's like the mosaic we saw where it has the Adar Dagigim,
Yes,
where it's
yes,
like doubled at the end,
yes,
returning to the source, the east.
yes, yes. Returning to yes, yes. It's like in the prophecy of Ezekiel when there a description of the Chayot is not the animals but the animated liveliness that comes from the source are coming and going, coming and going. So kaftor, the button or the knob is coming, and the flower is going, like the flower is going out. Look, when we walk in the field and we see a flower, and now it's almost spring and the flowers are coming. So the flower is just coming out, and we notice, and everybody, oh, marvel, the flower after the great winter, the flower is coming out. Yes? While a button is what? Coming in. Do you understand?
Yes,
We
makes a
could
lot of sense.
yes, do you it is not hard because I was starting with the Zohar, but if we go to simple life, like a button, kaftor is like, so to speak, the masculine. This is the right side of the tree of life. And how do you say? Perach, flower, is the feminine. Yes? This is when they are together, it's it's a completion. Like the button, if we look at the handle of the drawer, the button is the center, is the connection, and the petals are just going out. It's just an expansion or manifestation of the source. So when we see kaftor v'perach, a button and a flower, it's a merge between the origin and its manifestation. This is why when the teacher is happy from the student, he says instead of excellent, he can say a button and a flower, knob and a flower. It's excellent. But kaftor v'perach, a button or knob and a flower, is something very expressive. Because kaftor v'perach by itself, kaf and the vav, is expression of the tetragrammaton, is a completion in its secret. It's more than excellent.
Can I share something?
Yeah, sure.
Um, I was reading the Amazing Scroll of Esther this morning, and was thinking about our friend from yesterday, and it kind of reminds me of when they were talking about how the soul, the neshama, um, came down, and the process of um, going into, to come in here to be a baby. Um, it just sounds like a similar process to me somehow.
Yes, it's excellent. It's excellent what you say, because when a baby is born, come from the womb, he's like button, kaftor. The light pushes him, like Charles says 700. He comes here as a menorah. But when people are returning, they pass away. This is what the Zohar says, Jill. Parach is like when the spirit was hovering in Genesis above the face of the water. Merachefet is hovering. The spirit was hovering in Genesis. If we take the first letter of hovering, mem, and the last tav, this is met, this is des. And rachaf, hovering, is like the letters perach, flower. Very good, Jill. Very good. Very good. When a child is born, he is coming to this life. He is a button or a knob or a knot. When people are passing away, there are flowers. Like Thomas says, when the petals, all the structure of unity suddenly pulls out the silver, like in the East they say the silver string is like being pulled away. The petals are moving, the soul gets released and flies away. Porachat ba'avir, flies in the air. There's a returning home. So a baby is born, he's a button. When people pass away, there are the flowers. The souls are just moves away, flying, hovering in the wind.
And in Frederick Weinrib's book, it specifically says that they go back to where they came from, which was with God. And so I thought that was really amazing.
Yes, they return to God. Yes, because we explained that Perach, also 288, is come between 144, and flower Perach is 288. When we divide this sum into two, it's 144. Adam, they return. Adam, the spirit of Adam, returns to the infinite, to the truth, Emet. This is what happens. Here is Nedalia. Good morning, Shalom. Shalom. There is a possibility to post a text, Jill, if you have it. Maybe you could. Do you have
Okay.
You can have an access. You can post
Yes.
it.
I'm going to post the text for Nadalia here in a couple of minutes on YouTube
Yes.
for her.
Yes. Nadalia, Jill wants to post a special text for you in a few moments. Thank you. Questions so far? Victoria, questions? Chinisia, I'm not sure that I'm pronouncing your name right. Chinisa. Good morning, good afternoon. Thank you. Questions so far? Charles?
Yes, Etty.
Questions? Do you have questions that you'd like to ask or Thomas or Victoria or
This has
Nedalia?
reminded me of Yaakov
Yes.
when he got to that place. I think the question is, was he trying to let us know something about the menorah when he woke out of the dream, that dream of
Yes.
the ladder, of the ladder?
Yes.
I mean, in English it says in Hebrew it says Menorah,
Yes.
but that's where we get the word menorah from, that word Menorah, except that there is a hay in between. So my question is, did he also get the revelation of the menorah because that was the place of the temple?
Yes, yes. The place of the temple, this is it. It's not the place of the temple. It's. I would like to write your quote here. This is what Baal Sulam says. The temple is not something geographical or external, something outside of our being or so. And Menorah, how horrible. When Jacob wakes up from the dream, he says how horrible or terrifying this place is. Ma nora hamakom hazeh. It's not if like the gates of heaven. Ma nora hamakom hazeh. Also Victoria wrote, Ma nora hamakom hazeh. It's not but the gates of the heaven. Yes, and Zekim Beta Elohim. It's not but the house of God and the gates of heaven. This is what it says in Menorah. How horrible or terrible or terrifying. The Menorah, it's like Menorah. Very good. Menorah. He saw the menorah. He saw the menorah in his dream. He saw that the human is a temple. of fire. Yes. Here there is a quote. Nadalia, there is a quote from Weinreb that Jill posted for you. Please read. Yes, Charles. Yes. Jacob saw the menorah in his dream. And he saw the place of the temple. Yes. Questions or thoughts? Thomas?
Yeah, so sorry, I don't really know Hebrew all too well yet, but I'm wondering, why does it say to do it twice? Like it says it for one side and then the other. I mean, I see like a pattern here, but
You mean why do we take the value of a flower and we divide it into two? This is the question?
is that what maybe. I mean, it just says like in the scripture, 3 on one side, 3 on the other.
Yes.
Is that what it has to do with dividing it in two, the 288 to get 144?
Oh, this is a structure. 288. 288 is a value of letters in Hebrew. Ein bet Reu, when we combine, it's a number, and it symbolizes a few terms. One of them is Ein bet Reu, meaning Ein bet 72 is the value of grace or sphere chesed, and Reu is the value of Gevurah, the overcoming, the left side of the tree of life. This is 216. When we combine the left line, 216 plus 72 plus the right side of the tree of life, we have 288, Perach or Rapach. Those are 288, how do you say, sparks. Yes.
So it's about making like a little tree of life, or like the grace and mercy, the
Yes.
left and right.
Yes.
They're
yes.
both like,
Yes.
because when I look up like a more modern version of this chapter, it doesn't say knops or like buttons. It says bolt, like I think it's blossom or what is it, bud?
But
But that's kind of like the same thing, almost.
yes, I would like us to, maybe I will upload here a painting. 1 second, maybe it will help. I'll try to bring something. I'm sorry. 1 second. I would like us to imagine, because I don't have it at my hand at the moment. Excuse me, it doesn't work at the moment. Excuse me. I would like us to imagine, and I would like to, when we see a plant on the field, and before we see, I will make a drawing here. 1 second. Let's say there is a plant, and before the flowers come up here, there is a knob or something round or a bud, and then the flower comes. The flower usually does not sit on the branch. There is another junction or a joint from which the flower comes. I'm not sure that I answer your question, but you're right.
No,
Yes, you're
no, it makes sense. I was just noting the discrepancy between, you probably have like King James version or something. But
at the moment it's the like Mechon Mamre. At the moment I don't have all English versions by my side at the moment, but I can look at it later. And thank you for this very much. Thank you. Before the
yeah.
yes, the flower comes, there's a bud, and the bud is like something round, and then it opens. So we have the potential, the bud, and then the opening, the flower, the masculine and the feminine. The feminine is something the flower open to the world, and like Jill said, like the bud, in a way, is like the baby comes into the world. He's a bud, and people develop, and then they do the course of deliverance here, the message, and then the souls are continuing. They fly away, coming and going all the time.
So is this about how the left and right sides of the tree of life are balanced or in harmony with each
Yes,
other?
yes,
Because normally I think of like the right side as like, grace, mercy, with like chesed,
yes,
but then the left seems more severe, like severity. But then this is talking about how it's all like one thing with
yes,
the buds and the blossoms.
yes, yes. The buds and
That's
the
awesome.
blossom. It is beautiful what you say about the buds and the blossoms. Beautiful. Yes.
Thank you so much for teaching us this today. This is really interesting.
You're welcome. There's another, if you have another moment, there was another hidden meaning in the verse in Hebrew. 1 second. Let me. Yes. I think that I wrote things here on the. There's a lot of. Because Moses had a problem. He could not build a menorah. He did not understand. He thought to take 7 lanes, different parts, 7 different parts, and to join them together. And God says, no, you shall take 1 piece of gold. From 1 piece you will make the 7. Not from 7 you make the 1. From 1 piece you stretch the gold, and it will become a menorah. 1 piece in Hebrew, miksha achat. Miksha here, miksha here, something. It's like question. Miksha, question. Please pay attention. Kof here is again 100. Shin is 300, and then we have 400. 440. The mem is, and then 5. It just 4 times 45. And 4 times 45, how much is it? 180. 10 times alive. Miksha achat, 1 piece. It's hard. It is hard for us to conceive that everything unites. Miksha achat, 1 piece. Oh, we have a guest here. Jeffrey Peterson is here. I think Charles. I think that Jeff is here. Charles, do you have a microphone? Who has a microphone and can speak?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I think, do you see Jeffrey Peterson is here? on Twitter?
Could be.
I think so. I think this is Jay. I think this is
Yes,
Mr.
Jeffrey P. And then we
Peterson.
don't.
Peterson, yeah. Good morning, Jeff.
Yes, it is Jeff.
Yes, nice to see you here, Jill. I'm very happy that you join us today on YouTube. It's a not easy topic. It's not. It's one of the hardest things to learn because it's very inner, and I would like to, how do you say, express my appreciation to your patience to be here with us, trying to understand all of this.
Thank you. I think it was a beautiful topic. I think it sometimes makes it I'm sorry, more like gives you more understanding, and it just made it just a more beautiful topic.
Because thank you, Jill. Because few things came together. The question of Thomas this week, and he was asking, and I tried to give an answer, and I noticed it's not even remotely getting close. And yesterday, Natalia was writing, and you were commenting on it, and all the things came together, and I thought, why not to bring this study to class? Though it is hard, but all of us mentioned to pull this together. So thank you, Jill, Charles, Thomas, Victoria, Natalia, all the friends here which are participating in names or in silence on YouTube. Thank you so much.
Etty,
Yes.
before we go,
Yes.
I noticed there is something that maybe if you want to include those lessons in the future is the kinim, but the word is cups, because when I read the story of Noah, is the same issue. Kinim, they use kinim when to build the ark. I don't know, maybe if you would want to discuss that further.
Yes, it's like cells. Yes, slowly, Charles. Slowly. This is very interesting. I see Mr. Peterson is trying to get a microphone. I'm not sure that he has. Let's try to see. Jeff, do you have a microphone? Let's stay for a few minutes, see if he gets a microphone, just to open a channel. Jeff, your microphone is open. In case you would like to speak, this is the time. We have another friend here on YouTube. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Jill, for bringing this topic, and Charles and Thomas, because this is a very sensitive topic, very, very sensitive topic. And I'm glad that it was, we had this, I would not say opportunity, but the gate, the petach, Charles, the gate, the petach, the opening that occur around us this week and enable us to access this beautiful topic. So thank you, thank all of you, and I would like to greet you with a beautiful morning, wonderful week, and we can meet here again tomorrow with more questions and ideas. Shalom.
Thank you, Ati. Thank you, everybody.
Shalom.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Yes, shalom, shalom. Yes, Natalia, it's better to use Twitter. If you would like to communicate by voice, Natalia, yes, you can use Twitter and open a mic and speak to us. We shall be delighted, Natalia. You have a Twitter account, so use it. Just join our conversation. I invite you every morning to join. Thank you so much. We shall be delighted. Shalom, shalom, and thank you so much.